It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. Up next, we'll get a look at Patrick Mahomes. He's coming in well-rested off the bye week. It's the Chiefs and the Saints, next on Madden Football.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Again, it's Williams. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
You can bet they're not going to go away from the running game anytime soon, but this is obviously not a good start. 2 carries, 2 runs, both stopped for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got him in, complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Albert Okwuegbunam, his first. On the year. And the Saints are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that he did, but he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Chris Jones on the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. Oh, the option to give to Williams here.
And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed.
That tackle by Jeffrey Simmons.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, Carmichael. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it first and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City.
One thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Yeah, that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
Our score after one. Right here. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. From the 32 now. Here's first and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's going to take this one down to the 25.
41 yards on the ground for him so far.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Carmichael. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. Brings up third down. From the gun on third down. Carmichael. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That's what I see so far in this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Patterson's kick is good.
And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The Chiefs at 2-6 now on the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Man open is Robinson. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Maybe some indecision there on what looked to be an RPO. He wound up keeping it, but that defense right on him to strip it away.
And typically when we see that type of indecision on an RPO, that means it's well defended. He had nowhere to go with it, and that allowed the defense to get to him and knock it free and make it a turnover.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Carmichael. This is caught. It's Hardy. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. On 1st and 10, Carmichael. There's Chris Olave. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To the right side and complete to Hurst. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll look to throw again. This one swung out to Williams. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Back to throw again. And this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing on 3rd and long. Carmichael. Smith catches left side. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Patterson's kick is good.
And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw pulled in by Robinson here.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Now here's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Mahomes to throw once more. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will do it.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because
he's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Now it's Mahomes again. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that will put them on top here in the third. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point up and through. And the lead is up to 8. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position. And only one play to score it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Dive defense. Blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, Paul.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs.
He has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Saints again ready to go on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, the risk-reward of him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Carmichael. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
And Kansas City's offense now set ready to go.
They've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Throwing to start the drive. Carmichael toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit.
Off the option, here's Williams.
Boy, shifts past him. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
55 rushing yards, rushing for him now to this point.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
On the option to give to Williams here.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Javonte Williams, his 1st rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
As this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
And now here comes Kansas City.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It's another 1st down on a big gainer there, 33 yards. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Peyton Turner. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. And this offense on third down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be third and forever. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Carmichael. That pass is caught by Hardy. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down now, but that clock rolling. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ballgame. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town. And now
they're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Mahomes going to throw it here. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
In trouble, and he's taken down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Looking to throw on second down. Carmichael. He's got a man, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. It's caught on the right side at Smith.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
That's the tight end Hurst with it.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 40.